Every year I look back on the past year and reflect on it, and I look forward to the coming year. First of all, I'm in my car, and that reminds me to tell you about one of the things that happened this year, which was my move. It was a blessing. I was planning on moving to neighboring town, Hollidaysburg, and instead, fate, God put me at 814 Green Avenue. So it was a long story, but I was planning on going out to Hollidaysburg. The space wasn't ready, and the landlord was kind enough to arrange temporary storage for me. And when I got to that temporary storage, I really liked it. It gave me adequate room for my workshop, which is something I never really had, and just I could see where my paint would go, and my bridal rentals, and my retail section, and it just all seemed like this is where I should be. So that's what happened. But it's such a short commute. It's only 4 minutes. You know, Google tells you how long it takes you to go where you're going. But yeah, it's only 4 minutes. So it would have been a 20-minute drive to go to Hollidaysburg every day and back. You know, so that would be each way. So 4 minutes is really awesome. Stopped at my shop to do some preparation for what I think is my final step in a job that I'm doing for a client. So that's kind of wrapping up the year for me for my outside jobs. It was some work in a salon and a hair studio. It's been a great year for doing jobs inside homes. I did a couple kitchens, and also it's been really nice to do some commercial jobs. So that's been exciting. I did 360 Wellness. I did a bunch of feature walls there, and then now this salon, and I also did a kitchen for a chef. So it's been a good year for that kind of thing. The kitchen for the chef kind of was a sad story, but you know, sometimes happy endings. I did the kitchen for her. She was away, and you know, her husband and I tried to do everything we could to get it ready for her for a surprise when she got back. She loved everything, and I had done some furniture pieces and stuff for her, and then tragedy struck and the home burnt down. Unbelievable, and also ironic, because it was the same day that we appeared on Studio 814 TV show to reveal the kitchen. So that was really sad. Plus they lost their dog in the fire. But on to the blessings. They survived. They are getting essentially a brand new home. It's getting entirely rebuilt, and they got a new puppy. So they are getting along, and also I am blessed to work in the new kitchen going forward. So today I'm just hanging a mirror in the salon, and that's the final thing. I did some feature walls in that space, and I think it's really going to be pretty, and it's always really cool that everything always comes together in the end. Just a lot of things that they already had, plus they had bought a lot of pieces from me, so they kind of liked my design aesthetic, and they had really good sense of design as well, so that all kind of worked out. I'll be doing a video on New Year's Eve of my top 10 favorite pieces that I did throughout the year. I love bare wood. So that was pretty exciting. Crystal from Crafty Creech puts those on, and so that meant I got to choose the topic for the next one. So coming up in 2023, there's some really cool challenges, but the one that I chose is tattoo inspired. I always thought vintage tattoos were really cool, but mainly it's about tolerance, because a lot of my furniture flipping friends have tattoos. I don't have any, but I don't care if anybody else does, you know. But they get a lot of nasty comments from people that say, yeah, your furniture piece was great, but I hate your tattoos. And, you know, it's just goes back to, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. But for some reason, I guess people think that, you know, the creator, the content creator has no feelings or isn't really a person or something when they sling these arrows at them. So, you know, sometimes words can be really hurtful. So that's kind of the subject. Plus, it'll be fun to look at some tattoo-inspired furniture. Plus, I might have a little surprise as well. My channel really grew this year. Now, if you remember, if you watched, I had a goal of 5,000 subscribers for this year. Didn't make that. However, we're at 2,100, which is pretty exciting to me. So, you know, I'm going to throw it back out there. Let's go to the 5,000 this year. And that doesn't mean that I'll have the same amount of growth. It means, you know, it could potentially, that as your channel kind of grows, it tends to snowball. And every time you get subscribers, you get more subscribers. So I'm thinking that it grows at a greater rate. So that 5,000 could be surpassed this year. So, so yeah, 2,100 subscribers, and I think 250,000 minutes of watch time. I have to check that stat. And also 550 uploads. So that's a lot of content, you know. So I'm stopping to get some hardware to hang this mirror, and then I'm off to my location. And then an exciting thing that's going to be happening in the new year, as I mentioned, 360 Wellness was one of my clients. They're expanding already. They're busting out the walls and moving into a new space. So I get to do it all over again in a different way. So that's pretty exciting. And it really makes me happy when I read some of their reviews and the clients say it's so pretty in here. So that always makes me happy. So, some of the other exciting things that happened, I became an IOD stockist. I'm so excited about that because I just love their products. So now I have, you know, obviously I get a discount and easy access to it. So then I can share the love, and we have been doing some classes, and I can share the beautiful product with my customers. Still doing Vintage Forged with Dawn Gardini, and we had a pretty good year selling earrings. I did the show around the Alleghenies until that show was ended, and then I've been fortunate enough to be doing some shows on Studio 814 with Rebecca Petner and Morgan Coziar, so that's been fun. And also, let's talk about CareerLink. They are some people who help small businesses and help people who are in need of employment. So these people, the employer doesn't have to pay the wages for the person who's helping, and the person who is helping is paid by CareerLink. So that's pretty cool. And it's also a chance for me to do some mentoring. So I had some changes in my channel. So last year I started, I changed the name of my Thursday show to More About Decor, and then I decided to quit doing it. It was just like too much pressure to do a Tuesday video and a Saturday video. So Saturday videos always get the most watches, and Tuesday videos I just have more fun doing. So a little self-indulgent perhaps, but I did change the way I do the Tuesday talk show. It used to be a live show where I'd be doing some sort of craft, and I sort of missed that, but I had a little internet issue, and so now I do it recorded, and then I do a little, I do it as a premiere, so I can chat with you during, that way if you have any questions. Christmas, my husband wanted a guitar, so I got him a guitar that he wanted, and I said I want some tools. So I got a Craig Jig. I had a little one before, but I've just never quite got the hang of it, and just now I got the big one that I always envied everybody watching in videos, and so I'm definitely gonna master that. That's on my to-do list early in the year. Just got some clamps and some other things that you always need, like furniture wheels and that kind of stuff. So yeah, practical maybe, but I love that kind of stuff, so it's all good for me. It is so icy out. I mean, they've cleared the main roads, but there's ice everywhere, like big patches where there were puddles. A frozen can of window cleaner in my trunk. I read the thing, and it said the danger was if it was exposed to temperatures 120 degrees or higher. And so I thought, well, I'll just put it in the trunk. So if it explodes, then you'll know what happened, that you can't freeze it either. Reminds me of a story. The dough that you can get in the cans, that you crack on the counter and it opens up, explodes a little bit. There was a lady, I don't know whether this was a true story or not, but this lady was sitting in her car after she had gone grocery shopping. I guess she was waiting for somebody to come out or something, and she had a can of that in a bag in the back seat. Well, apparently it exploded and it hit her in the back of the head. She thought she was shot, and she immediately reached back there to feel, and the dough she thought was her brains, and so she stayed with her hand on her head because she was afraid to let go, that her brains would fall out. So anyway, true story, I guess. I heard it was true. Anyway, it was funny. Anyway, other challenges that we have coming up, we have a diamond challenge that's being hosted by Lovely Jubbly Furniture. I used to say it wrong. Now I said it right. Lovely Jubbly Furniture. Meg is hosting that. And Diamonds, Shiny, Bright. That is, to the best of my recollection, January 27th. Then we have the Tattoo Challenge, February 12th. And we have another one in there. I got to look and see what the date is, but it's a Wednesday challenge inspired by the movie, Wednesday, that's out now, the Addams Family daughter Wednesday. So there's that. My diamond one is going to be more of an art piece than a furniture flip, but it is made from the top of a table. One of the cool things that happened this year was the shop small crawl. So since my move, my shop is a little off the beaten path, which is okay with me. My goal that I shared last year was to focus more on my own artistry. And I've done that in this move because I don't have as many vendors. I pared that all down, and I have a bigger workshop, less retail, more workshop. So my customers who know me, you know, I'm doing custom work for them, doing the kitchens, and just a limited number of days in the shop. So it's all good, and I love that. But I did, you know, I was hoping for a good, you know, Black Friday and Shop Small Saturday, and that is exactly what happened. We had a great turnout both days, and that was all because of the Shop Small Crawl. That is put on by Lightning Bug Gift Company in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, and you go buy a tote bag, and then every store that participates gives a gift certificate, and they all have these little pins, and then you collect the pins and put them on your tote bag, and when you finish and you collect all of the pins, then you get in a drawing for all the gift certificates that all the businesses donated. So it was a great way to introduce people who didn't know where my shop was yet, or hadn't found me, or never knew about us, to come in and shop and find us. So that was awesome. So I did a couple videos this year, the Funky Victorian couch and chairs. So they're still in limbo. I still have one chair that's on its way to getting where I want it to be, and then another chair that's ready to go, and the couch is still in pieces. So that definitely needs to be done by spring. So that's going to be, you might see update videos. I will love, you know, the day that I can show you the whole enchilada, but, you know, right now I'm just working on it as I can. So that, but I haven't been working on it because of Christmas and, you know, retail and all the other things going on. Another thing that is really critical for me this year, and I think I said this last year, but I think I'm doing a good job, is buying less and using more. So trying to get organized so that I know where all my things are, so I don't buy new, like whether it's wood, which I pretty much know where all that is, but you know, just to keep it organized so that I have more room in the shop, so that I know where everything is. So I like to repurpose things, as you know, so I need to categorize everything so that I can just easily go to it. That might involve more shelving, or it just might involve better organization of my stuff. But I do want to do an update shop tour, because we did the Show Me Your Workshop challenge that I hosted this last year, and I don't know whether maybe I can get the other flippers to participate in that as well. Almost forgot to go to the bank, need to do that, but that is, either way, I want to do an update on my shop. Hope you stayed with me. I want to wish you the best in 2023. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, how about giving it a thumbs up and also share it with your friends? If you haven't subscribed, you'll want to do that so you don't miss anything. Visit us at lavintagedecor.company, and on Instagram we're LaVintage Decor, and on Facebook we're LaVintage Decor Altoona. Stay well.